and welcome to Vocab Mindmaps. So, today's word is call. Call can be used as a verb and as a noun. So, let us see how we can use call as a verb. Utter a sudden loud cry. So, when we are calling or when we are shouting for something, we are saying that we are calling it, such as utter aloud, often with surprise, horror, or joy. So when we are expressing our emotions that are very harsh, or something we have seen, such as suppose a person has passed a very difficult exam, so he called, or he have a sudden cry, yes, I have done it. Or suppose someone has seen a horror movie, so or something horror has happened to him, so he or she, if she uttered loud or cried, so we are saying that we are calling it. Okay, next thing, give a baby or an animal a specified name. So normally everything or every person in the world is having a specific name. So parents normally give their children, or a person give their pets a name, so that they can call him. Suppose we are saying that Ram came here, Adam came here, come here. So we are saying that we are calling him, we are calling my son with a name. So just like that, we are taking the example, they called their son as Adam. That means they are not actually calling him, they call him. That means they have given their son the name as Adam. Okay, next, to use a phone to talk to someone. Normally nowadays we are using this word call in terms of phone call only, but as you have said, I have already told you that we are using this word call with other contexts also. So now we are actually talking about the phone. So when we are calling somebody, or when we are talking with someone, we are saying that we are calling it. Okay, she called me this morning at the office and we had a brief chat. Okay, so when we are doing the actual phone call to some person, we are saying that we are calling it. Okay, next, to consider someone or something to be. So now this is a very different example, or we can say different context, that we are using call here. So suppose I'm considering a particular thing in a way, so I am saying that yes, this is it. So you can better understand with this example. He knows a lot of people, but only one or two that he would call close friends. He is not calling those friends right now by phone or something, or he is not calling them to come here. We are here referring that he knows so many people, his colleagues and everything, but there are one or two people to whom he may call his friends. Okay, so we are considering only those two persons as his friends. Okay, or one sandwich and a lettuce leaf, I don't call that a meal. That means I'm not considering that a meal. Okay, this is a very short, very limited food, so I'm not considering as a meal. So I'm saying that I don't call that a meal. Next, decide officially to have a particular event or take particular action. Okay, so now suppose I am scheduling a meeting for tomorrow, or someone is scheduling a meeting with me for tomorrow. So we can say that we are calling a meeting. Or if someone is calling for a meeting, if someone is scheduling a meeting, okay, with me, or with my manager, or with my employees, we are saying that we are calling a meeting. So with this example, you can understand, the managing director has called a meeting to discuss pay levels. Okay, so managing director has done what? He has called a meeting to discuss the pay levels of their employees. Okay, now let us understand how we can use this word as a noun. So now, as I have already told you, this can be used as a verb, and normally we are using it as a verb. But now the word, now we can also refer it as a noun, and as you all know, noun is the name of person, place, animal, or thing. So now here we are actually not doing something with that word, we are referring to something. Okay, now the act of using the phone, that means now the act that is using the phone, the act of using the phone to make a call to somebody, we are saying that in that context we say that we are referring to it as a noun, not a verb. Okay, I have got a couple of calls to make. Okay, so now we are actually referring to that thing, okay, that I have got a couple of calls to make. Okay, next, the sound an animal makes, or the sound of someone shouting something. Now here we are not actually shouting, we are not that we can call it as a verb. Here we are referring to that sound that a particular person is making for making the call. Okay, she could hear calls for help from inside the burning building. Okay, next, a demand for something to happen. So if we are referring for a demand for something to be happen or something we want, we can see that we are calling it, and in that context we are using it as a noun. Okay, management have so far ignored the union's call for stricter safety regulations. So management has so far ignored the union's calls. That means unions calls, it doesn't mean that they are actually calling the management. They have some strikes or they have some demands, okay, for the stricter safety regulations. Okay, now let us see some of the synonyms of this word: call out, send for, hail, summon, and yell. Some of the antonyms may be silence, quiet, reticence, peace, and rejection. So this is the word call. I hope you got something from it, and the best way to understand or to learn a word is by understanding the meaning and to make a sentence out of it. So I would like you to write a sentence in the comments below, and thank you.